Hi everyone, it's Rebecca here. So I'm going to be reviewing Repashy, and so I'm reviewing their fish diets, and as you might have guessed by my videos, I keep a whole range of different South American fish, mostly focused on hyperstomate, which is your typical plecos. So I keep largely omnivorous and herbivorous species, but I do have some carnivorous. I tend not to mix diets where one could end up eating the wrong diet, and that can lead to issues of digestive tract issues and possible bloat. But Repashy is really good for catering for a whole range of different specialised diets. So I have three myself, 3 bottles. So I have Repashy Soylent Green, Repashy Morning Wood, so that's those two. My camera's just not focusing today. And Repashy Bottom Scratcher. So they all of these have a wide range of ingredients. Some of their diets are more focused on fewer ingredients, and it really depends what you prefer. For all which specialists, I always prefer to have a whole range of different algae, which hardly any brands actually cater for. So this contains several different types of algae, different types of plants, and just a whole range of different ingredients. So yeah, so this will be designed mostly for hyperstomate, and also, as the picture suggests, Rift Valley cichlids that are more herbivorous in nature, because they will be naturally picking at the biofilms, all of which periplankton, whatever you want to call it, on the rocks themselves. So this is a really good diet for them. The next one I got a while ago, and this is before I really researched xylovores. And the scientific evidence is really a bit inconclusive, probably suggesting that no loricariidae is a xylovore. So this is covering the genuses Panaculus, Lacincystrus, Heterocanthicus, and also those previously classified in the Cotyledon genus but now are recognised as hyperstomous. So it's not all of hyperstomous, and it's only one species of Lacincystrus. So this diet contains, well, most of it, the largest proportion is cellulose powder, which I don't think, looking at scientific literature, that these fish can actually digest it, and they don't have the gut machinery, and I don't think they directly have the bacteria to digest it. Instead, they are detritivores, or more like all-fruit eaters without the algae because of where they inhabit, that sort of eat the algae that's, the bacteria that's decaying the wood. So I don't feed this as much, but I think if you want to focus on xylovores and look into a diet that, if you believe that cellulose is a really good idea for their diet, then look into Repashy Morning Wood, and that is a really good, you can see it's got Panac Nitro, I don't really look into Panax. I know which one it is, just can't remember the spelling or pronunciation. So the next diet, yes, so this is Bottom Scratcher. So this is aimed at insectivores, and it does, again, have a large range of different ingredients. So this is more for your carnivorous species. I would not feed it to your more herbivorous species. You could feed it to some all-fruit eaters on very low proportions, because some of them are likely to be eating parts of that as their natural diet, but not highly. So I wouldn't feed it more than once a week. It is a lot more high in animal protein. So it contains all sorts of things like krill meal, black soldier fly larvae, mussel meal, squid meal, and that sort of stuff. It does contain seaweed as well, but in the wild, I do think a lot of these fish will be having a slight mixture. So this one is great for Hypancistris, Pseudoacanthicus, Leproacanthicus, and Scobiancistris, those sort of genuses, and also a high number of loricariidae are carnivorous. Loricariidae, not loricariidae. Loricariidae is a subfamily within loricariidae, which is a family. So that would be your sort of flatter, generally flatter species. So why also do I like Repashy? I like the way you feed it. It is, unlike a lot of pellets, a lot of loricariidae like to rasp on the surface, and with Repashy I don't do it too often, but you can on, say if you have a rock or a bit of wood, you can smear it on and it will sort of glue to it, and the fish can rasp on that bit of wood or rock and rasp the food off, which I find a lot of new, when you first bring them into captivity or you're weaning them, it is very difficult to get them to sort of lift up, if you get what I mean, so lift up onto the food and then feed off that. That's why I do like weaning a bit with courgette, giving them an option of that whenever they want it, just so they have something to feed on. So that's why one of the major reasons. I like the fact that you can kind of shape it as a gel, so you can make it more flat, and that just for that reason it's got a lot more flexibility. The only issue is it does take time to make. You can freeze it and you can put it in the fridge for a few days, I think 1 to 2 days, or you can freeze it and it will last, I think, a month or so. I've never frozen it though. I tend to make small portions in an egg cup and then I put it in. So they are probably one of the brands. There's EBO is also brilliant, and they cover sponges, which Pseudocanthicus is known for eating in the wild. So there are other diets out there, and it's worth looking at what they specialise in. If they are highly focused on specialised fish, it's worth looking at, because a lot of diets are very vague and they're not very sort of like into ingredients, if you get what I mean. They tend to be quite vague. There's a big thing about not using fish meal because of the environmental impacts, and I don't think they particularly use it as much. No, krill meal, which krill would have an environmental impact, but I should research it, and it is probably better to be avoiding fish meal. But yeah, everyone's kind of switching over. I find it's smelly, which is really good. A lot of catfish are willing to find it, and it's also well, it's just the way it sort of can break down. It makes it easier for them to rasp against, but if you do make it too soft with too much water, it can break down too quickly. But this means you can kind of juggle the texture of it and how the consistency is that word I was looking for, the consistency to kind of get it where you want it. So anyway, thank you for watching. I probably rambled on a bit and I'm sorry for that. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you prefer this sort of new camera, it's only my phone, but I was using my laptop before and I'm not sure if the resolution is better or worse, or about the sound either. Anyway, thank you for watching.